Get better at handling your responsibilities. Learn to navigate the seasons of life more skillfully. You can't change winter, but you can change how you face it. So, what can you do about the inevitable winters, those challenges you know are coming? You can become wiser, stronger, and better. Make a mental note of that trio: wiser, stronger, and better. Go home smarter than you were when you arrived, with more ideas. Next, get stronger. You can develop your courage, your inspiration, your dedication. There's no one here who can't get stronger. The next time we see you, we might not even recognize you. That's how strong you'll become in your language, style, and personality, your ability to cope, to handle anything that life throws your way, no matter what. And the third one is get better. We can all get better. I certainly have. My first public talk, my mind went blank, but here's the secret to my success. I stood up and did it again and again and again and again. All those years ago, I did it when I was scared, when I didn't want to, when I was ill, when it didn't go well, when they didn't appreciate it. Many times, I didn't even know what I was doing, but I just kept going. And now, all these years later, I'm honored to walk onto this stage, introduced with the most incredible welcome and presented with the greatest opportunity I've ever had to touch so many lives with a mix of words, heart, and soul. I got better day by day, week by week, month by month, and I'm asking you to do the same. Cultivating influence, keep pushing until you can develop a long arm and a long reach, until your influence is unstoppable. Next year, you could be reaching people you couldn't reach this year. You could be touching lives now that you couldn't before. You could be leading meetings with heart and soul that were missing before. I'm asking all of you to get better despite the winters, despite any downturns, financial, social, personal, whatever they may be. Just get stronger, get better. The key isn't to wish for a better winter. The key is to wish for more strength, more wisdom, and more courage. Get better, get wiser, get stronger. Seizing the spring of opportunity. Here's number 2. Learn to take advantage of the spring. Spring represents opportunity, and we're in a fresh spring right now, an unparalleled opportunity for you. But here's the catch: spring isn't a guarantee of a harvest in the fall. During harvest time, you must learn to take advantage of the spring. Don't be fooled by spring just because the weather's nice and it looks like everything's going to be better, because winter has finally passed. I'm telling you, simply being in spring won't do it for you. You have to seize it with your own 2 hands and take advantage. Read the books, study the materials, review your notes, and get ready to cash in on the spring. The urgency of spring. There's a sense of urgency here, and here's why. Spring doesn't last that long. It's crucial to take advantage of it. How many springs do you get in a lifetime? Not very many. Life is brief, even at its longest. The Beatles sang, "Life is very short." And for John Lennon, it was extra short. For Michael Landon, it was extra short. But it is short. There's an urgency here. Don't waste your springs. Don't just let them pass by, hoping time will take care of things. Last year, it was seize the moment. This season, I'm asking you to seize the spring of opportunity. You have a new organization starting, seize the spring. You have a new distributor, seize the spring. You have a new life situation, seize the spring, take advantage of it. Don't let it pass without giving it your absolute best effort and attention. Nourishing and protecting in summer. Number 3. After learning to handle winter and taking advantage of spring in the summer, learn to nourish and protect. Summertime brings its own set of challenges. One is to nourish our values, take care of them, feed them, don't let them go hungry or wanting for sustenance and care. Here's something else we need to do in the summer: defend ourselves against our enemies. Summertime is unique. It's a time of opportunity, but also a time of challenge. Whatever threatens you, I'm asking you to threaten it back. Take care of your responsibilities, but don't let anyone take advantage of you. If someone tries to destroy your future chances with negative talk, negative thinking, or by putting everything down, I'm telling you, walk away if you have to. Whatever threatens you, threaten it back. Whatever threatens your opportunity, threaten it back. Battling internal enemies now. Some of our enemies are external, but here's the most important thing to understand. Some of our enemies are internal. Let me give you a quick list. Indifference. You have to battle your own indifference. It's so easy to coast, especially if you've achieved something extraordinary. Someone might say, I need to relax. Here's the key, not for too long. Weeds will take over everything you've planted if you rest too long. Don't rest too long. Indecision, you have to make those decisions, the ones that don't turn out well. They give you experience to make better ones. Don't let much time pass without making some decisions. The ones you can make them quickly. The ones that take your time, but get those decisions made. Don't let indecision be an enemy that robs you of your future, empties your bank account, or leaves you with nothing. Don't let that happen. Doubt, sure, there are doubts outside. People doubt America will make it, Europe will make it, Russia will make it, Poland will make it, Czechoslovakia will make it. They doubt the whole world will make it, but I'm asking you not to absorb all those doubts. I'm asking you to have some faith, have some courage, believe. Drive your doubts into a small corner. Don't let them loose like a mad dog that drives you into a small corner. Don't doubt the future. Don't doubt the possibilities. Don't doubt the extraordinary gifts your distributors bring to your organization. Don't doubt that. Believe in yourself. Here's the most important one of all. Don't doubt yourself. If I have the power to work miracles and change my life, so do you. If I have the ability to change, so do you. If I have the ability to learn, so do you. If I can discover, so can you. If I can grow, you can grow. If I can develop, you can develop. If I could get an invitation like I did 6 years ago to help take something around the world, so can you. If I, an Idaho farm boy raised in obscurity, can stand on this platform, so can you. If the millionaire team can do it, if the president's team can do it and walk away with diamonds and trophies, so can you. I'm asking you, don't sell yourself short. We haven't sold you short. That's why Mark, Larry, and Dr. Castle and I decided to invest a significant share of our lives these 4 days being with all of you. If we didn't think you were worth it, we wouldn't have shown up. We don't need to conduct another meeting. We don't need to walk on another stage. We don't need to get up early like we do. We don't need any of it except for the challenge and the opportunity to invest in this many people's lives. Who wouldn't get up early for a chance to work miracles, invest in so many lives, and help turn the world upside down for better nutrition, which we call Herbalife? The true meaning of ambition to a lot of people, ambition is kind of a mystery. The dictionary says it's an eager desire for distinction, power, or fame. But what does that really mean? Well, let's start with the word eager all by itself. Eager is exciting. Kids are eager for their birthday parties. They expect to be the center of attention, get lots of presents, eat too much. I guess grown-ups are eager for birthdays too. Unless, of course, they're embarrassed that the number of candles on the cake outnumbers their achievements. But we can be eager to see a ball game, eager to see our kids in a dance recital, eager to see an old friend, eager to shop for a new car. Eager sounds like a lot of fun, but do you ever hear people say they are eager to live a better life, eager to have a better family, eager to make a lot of money? Probably not. And that's a problem because, as I see it, living a better life, having a better family, and making a lot of money takes an eager desire. Wishes vs. desires. We have the remarkable ability to get exactly what we must have, but there's a difference between wishes and desires. We've all heard people say, oh, I wish I could just drop 5 pounds, I want to be a little lighter. And we've probably said it ourselves, especially after a big holiday dinner of turkey and home-made pie and every other thing we can possibly stuff ourselves within one 8-hour period. And even though we may wish we could breathe a little easier in our clothing, we have to have the desire to exercise a little more and eat a little less. The I wish I could lose weight has to become I have the eager desire to lose weight. I'm also sure you've heard people talk about wishing they had more money to pay the bills, or take a vacation, or just to take a little pressure off of life. But before their lifestyle can change, their wish needs to become a desire. If they really desired change, they wouldn't spend their evenings just watching TV and wishing they were doing something more. The backbone of desire, discipline. The backbone of an eager desire to change is discipline. True ambition is disciplined, eager desire. It's that little part within us that says, if I want to be ready for that meeting tomorrow, I need to finish preparing for it today. If I want to make sure I can pay for my kids' college education, I need to start saving today. If I want a better life tomorrow, I need to start working on it today. Ambition is a minute by minute, day by day mentality. To have the ambition to work towards a better family life, a newer car, a bigger house, a financially secure future, you have to live it every moment. If living a successful life was easy, I'm sure more people would be successful. If just being ambitious was enough, I'm sure all of the broke and perplexed people in the world wouldn't be broke and perplexed. While most people spend most of their lives struggling to earn a living, a much smaller number seem to have everything going their way. Instead of just earning a living, the smaller group is busily working at building and enjoying a fortune. Everything just seems to work out for them. And here sits the much larger group wondering in awe how life can be so unfair, complicated, and unjust. The power of dreams. So, what's the major difference between the small group with so much and the larger group with so little? Despite all the factors that affect our lives, like the kind of parents we have, the schools we attended, the part of the country we grew up in, none has as much potential power for doing good as the ability to dream. Dreams are a projection of the kind of life we want to lead. Dreams can drive you. Dreams can make you skip over obstacles. When we allow our dreams to pull us, they unleash a creative force that can overpower everything in our way. To unleash this power, though, your dreams must be well defined. A fuzzy future has little pull power. Well defined dreams are not fuzzy, wishes are fuzzy. To truly achieve your dreams, to really have your future plans pull you, your dreams must be vivid. Defining success. William James' wisdom. One of the issues Mr. James dealt with in his lifetime was, what does it mean to be a success, a significant person? After years of pondering this question, William James described success as a combination of two things: an inner ideal which is followed persistently with courage, outer achievement related to that ideal. Let's go back to number one, an inner ideal which is followed persistently with courage. I take that to mean defining a goal and having the resolve to complete it no matter what. I'll do it or die. Promise yourself you'll read the books until your skills change. Go to the seminars until you get a handle on it. Do it until it makes sense. Practice it until you've got it right. Don't give up until you get where you want to be, however long that takes. Step by step, piece by piece, book by book, seminar by seminar, do it until. Until is a very important word. It's magic. It means that you'll never give up. Don't miss the chance to grow, to pay the price until you learn, change, grow. You'll discover some of life's great treasures when you pay that price. The importance of the inner vision. William James' second part to success dealt with the outer achievement related to that ideal. You need both aspects to really be a success. But what Dr. James realized about his philosophy of success was that the first part is indeed more important than the second. Going for it. As long as you're working toward your inner goal, your dream, then success is possible. But once you give up your inner vision, then you can never become successful. You never will become successful. Until, doesn't even matter now. Maybe the person who's been working on a project for 10 years can be successful in his own right if he's honestly working toward it. doing everything to make himself worthy of reaching the dream. Truly happy with where he is, doing it until then maybe he is a success. It's a personal thing. Going for it one step at a time, going for small accomplishments along the way for however long it takes. Small changes, big impact. So let's think about this for a moment. What outside evidence or results or proof can be seen when you accomplish your goals one step at a time? You'll start to see things change around you. Little things, not major things, but little everyday things. Things you may not even notice unless you are paying attention. If you're one of those who'd rather stay up late and get up late, only to discover that your workplace doesn't fit your schedule and you roll out of bed cursing the alarm clock every morning, maybe you could start with the little change of going to bed half an hour earlier than normal. And maybe you'll see in time, of course, you can't train your body overnight. Maybe you'll find out that you jump out of bed in a better mood and that your day will start better and that you'll get more done. And that the people around you that caused you problems aren't so hard to work with after all. It all starts by making one little change and adding to it every day. You see, you can't change what's going on around you without first changing what's going on within you. Start changing how you look at mornings, and sure enough, people will start changing how they look at you. When you start changing how you think, how you act, how you treat others, how you treat yourself, when you start responding instead of reacting to life, life will start responding to you. It all starts with you. I'm telling you that you can do it with your lifestyle. You can do it with your sales career. You can do it with your management career. You can do it with any part of your life. You cannot believe what can happen in such a short period of time. So you ask yourself, what small changes can I start making today? Well, you can start in your car on your way to work. If you're sitting in highway stop and go traffic moving at about 15 miles per hour tops, look at the guy or the lady sitting next to you and give them a smile or a thumbs up or even a wave. Now, some people might think you're a little strange, but hey, you'll feel better. And tomorrow, when you get into the office, how about a big, cheery hello to the people at the front desk and everyone you see on the way to your office? And when you get home tonight, how about giving your wife or husband and kids big hugs instead of collapsing on the sofa? The power of appreciation when you start with the little things that make others happy, that improve their day. You'll find that these little things add up to big ones. So, what happens when you start taking charge of your own personal happiness, your own life? Do you think that these little things will somehow make a difference in meeting your goals? You bet they will. You can't do it alone. You can't be successful by yourself. It's hard to find a rich hermit, you know. The ambitious person realizes that each of us needs all of us. You, all by yourself, may have finalized the company's marketing plan, or finished up the sales projections, or even wrote the mission statement for the year to come. Even if you did this all by yourself, you really had the help of all of those around you who tolerated and supported your need to be undisturbed, or provided service to you during the project. Maybe you should thank those people every once in a while with a dinner certificate or a bouquet of flowers. After all, without your support team, you probably wouldn't be where you are today. You can't be successful by yourself, so thank them. Thank those around you and let them know just how important they are to you. Be it your office personnel or your family or your friends. A thank you sure goes a long way. Navigating the winds of life, you don't have to worry about the winds that will most certainly blow around you, the obstacles, the negativity that will stand in your way. You don't have to worry about what other people will say. You just have to keep your mind on your course. Those winds may blow fast and furious, but if you know your path, if you know where you are going, they will help push you toward the dreams and goals and treasures that you have already decided you're going after. Your goals will push you forward ahead of the stormy weather. There are some amazing people around that we can learn from today. People who have already braved the storms and come out on top. People who are still alive today, people who started with nothing and ended up with something great. Famous people, not so famous people, maybe even people you know but don't know their stories. People who had an early vision and ambition. People who turned their focused dreams into the reality of success. Real, life stories of ambition. One of my friends tells this story about her dad. She thinks he's cheap. She gives him a hard time every time they go to one of those all-you-can-eat places because he eats all he can eat until he can't move, until he needs to take something for indigestion. But she knows where he came from, his history, and understands just why he is the way he is. He eats all he can eat because he was raised in an orphanage, a place where you had to grab all you could or you'd be hungry. But the real story behind her father is that he made himself a millionaire with nothing more than a dream. He watched his own father drown when he was 4, was taken away from his mother a few years later and put into an orphanage because he was so bad, raised by other people, strangers. After growing up in foster homes, he decided to go out on his own. He barely finished high school, but he found a job as a vacuum cleaner salesman. He did well, really well, but the woman he loved didn't want to marry a vacuum cleaner salesman, and he really didn't want to be one. So he went to college, went on to medical school, prospered, really prospered. He led a tremendously successful life as a radiologist and is now retired. Goes fishing, rides his Harley. Learning from others' journeys, stories of success are all around us, everywhere. Take the time to talk to these people or read their stories. You might learn something. You might find out that they have already traveled the path you are now on. Many of these people have written books on their journeys. These books tell the stories and give the secrets that we can all learn from. Let's say you decided to take a trip, just a short one, maybe for a weekend. Let's say you want to go away to a place you've never been before. Wouldn't you want to find someone who had been there, ask them a few questions? What's the best way to get there, the safest route, the quickest route? What do I need to bring to be totally prepared? What fun things should I look for on the way? What dangers do I need to avoid? By talking with someone who has already been there, it'll make your trip that much more enjoyable. It's the same thing with life. By listening to those who are farther along in the journey you are interested in taking and learning from their successes and failures, you just might pick up something that will make your journey that much better. Listening to the stories of others can be motivating, captivating. They can provide that extra push you've been looking for. They can demonstrate what the power of ambition is truly all about. They've been there, their knowledge is valuable, and when you use that knowledge and motivation to take action, you'll gain momentum. Eventually, you will find that the key to motivation, true motivation, is right there inside you. You won't have to look elsewhere to get pumped up, turned on, charged up. With the right knowledge behind you, you will learn how to motivate yourself. With the right knowledge, you will find yourself becoming inspired on your own. And in order to move forward, you must be motivated, inspired, ambitious. You must have dreams and goals that create ambition, good ambition, positive ambition. Ambition vs. greed. Now, ambition does not mean being greedy. It does not mean being selfish. It does not mean getting ahead at the expense of others. Ambition is not greed. Ambition is not avarice, an all-consuming desire for wealth. Ambition is not hoping you can win at the expense of others. Do you suppose Judas was ambitious? He ended up with 30 pieces of silver, a fortune in those days. Was Judas successful because he had all that money? No. Judas sold out. Was Judas happy when it was all over with? No, the money didn't make him happy. What he did to get the money certainly didn't make him happy. What Judas became in the pursuit of his fortune caused him to end his own life. What drove him was not ambition. Ambition is an eager desire to achieve, an eager desire to get ahead in life, to do more for your family, to prosper in health, wealth, and relationships. Building your success now, desire does not always translate into ambition. Desire is what you want for yourself: a bigger house, a better car, a fatter bank account, a better life. I desire to have these things. Ambition is how you get there. Desire is sometimes healthy, desire is sometimes unhealthy. Desire might say, I want the tallest building in town. The destructive side of desire might urge you to tear all of the other buildings down. I guess that's one way to do it. You might get away with tearing down the first one and maybe the second one, but in your desire to tear them all down, sooner or later, some guy is going to be standing out in front of his building, saying, I'm on to you, get out of here. And pretty soon you're no longer known as a builder, you're known as a destroyer. Now, the second way to have the tallest building in town is to see it, dream it, and plan it. Put your team on it, work on it. Go through all of the steps to get there, do it right. Have the ambition to be the owner of the tallest building in town and go through all of the right steps to get there. If you really want it and have the skills to do it and the patience to weather all of the storms, your ambition will lead you there. The value you bring, we get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. Now, it takes time to bring value to the marketplace. However, we do not get paid for time, so we cross that out. Mistakenly, the man says, I'm making about $20 an hour. Not true. If that was true, you could just stay home, right, and have them send your money. So that's not true. We don't get paid for time. We get paid for value brought to the marketplace. Now, since that's true, here's one of the key questions of my talk to you today. Is it possible to become twice as valuable to the marketplace and make twice as much money in the same time? Is that possible? The answer is yes. Could you become 3 times as valuable as you might be right now to the marketplace and make 3 times as much money in the same time? And the answer is yes. 5 times, 10 times, of course, America. A ladder of opportunity. America is unique. It's a ladder to climb. It starts down here, let's say at $5 an hour, and it keeps going up. Top income last year, $80 million for the guy who runs Coca-Cola. Now, that's a heck of a ladder. That's why everybody wants to come here, right? The boat people are not headed for Vietnam. People haven't plotted and schemed for 50 years saying, if I could just get to Poland, everything would be okay. Not true. Everybody wants to come to America, and the reason is because we've got the best wind ever blowing in our favor. We've got the best economic opportunity anybody's had in 6,500 years. And all you have to do is understand it and take advantage of it. Now, there are some key questions to ask here. Why would the marketplace pay someone only $5 an hour? Very simple answer, they're not very valuable to the marketplace. Now, we must underline to the marketplace. This person might be a very valuable brother, yes. A valuable member of the family, valuable, yes. Valuable member of the church, of course. Valuable citizen of the country. Yes, valuable in the sight of God, no doubt. We're all of equal value in the sight of God. But if you're not very valuable to the marketplace, you don't get much money. You say, well, it shouldn't be that way. Well, then you've got to start your own country. You know, this one's been in process for 200 years, and this is the best we've been able to come up with so far. Climbing the ladder of value, but here's the key, you don't have to stay here. Now, there was a big debate in Congress last year that this $5 was not enough. Should be 6, should be 6, should be 6. But we don't need legislation. 6 is already on this ladder, the next step up. You know, if you work for McDonald's, they'll pay you $5 an hour to take out the trash. If you whistle while you take out the trash, they'll pay you $6 an hour. So we don't need that legislation. You just need to take lessons on how to whistle, have a good attitude. Now, as you begin to climb this ladder, why would the marketplace pay some people $50 an hour? Answer, evidently, they must be more valuable to the marketplace, 10 times more valuable. And is that possible for someone to be 10 times more valuable and earn $50 an hour instead of 5? And the answer is yes. That's what America is all about. Now, why would the marketplace pay some people $500 an hour? Evidently, this person must be much more valuable to the marketplace. That's what's important to understand to the marketplace. And would the marketplace pay one person $80 million for 1 year's work? And the answer is, of course. If you helped a company make $1 billion, would they pay you $80 million? I'm telling you, it is possible. And that's why America is so exciting. That's why this financial ladder is so exciting. It's possible for all of this to come true for all of you, no matter where you start as a student in school, just getting started out there in the workplace. This is all possible for you. The secret to success, working on yourself now. Mr. Shelf gave me the clue on how to climb this ladder as high as I wanted to climb. Now, we're talking primarily economics here. There are a lot of other ways to become valuable. Valuable to your family, valuable to your friends, valuable to the community, valuable to the team, right? Valuable to the team effort, valuable to the concert. But here's what he said to me in climbing this ladder economically. All you have to do is work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Once I heard that, it made sense to me. I kept hoping that everything else would change around me. I found out that if I went to work on myself, worked on my skills, worked on my language, if I became better than I was each year, if I grew in skills and language and vocabulary and competence, then I would become attractive to the marketplace. Not very long ago, a company called me and said, Mr. Owen, we're expanding internationally. We'd like to have a bit of your expertise to help us. Would you give us a bit of your time? We'll add some millions to your fortune. And I said, okay. And I thought later, isn't that interesting? They would call me. Then my second thought was, of course they'd call me. Who else would they call? I can get the job done. Now, what a contrast for me, a farm boy from Idaho, raised in obscurity, parents of modest means, broke when I was 25. How come I would get a telephone call and someone offered me a lot of money to help them in expanding around the world? Simple answer, evidently, something happened to me between age 25 and where I am today, and I can tell you where it all started, from my teacher, Mr. Shelf, who said to me, we don't have to change what's going on out there, that's the wind that's blowing. All we have to do is change what's going on in here. It sounds simple, right? Yet it's profoundly powerful. Reflect on your personal experiences, look back over the past few months. Did you make some missteps? How could you adjust your approach for the future? Consider the last year. What went well? What didn't? What lessons can you extract to make the next year even better? I remember a pivotal conversation with Mr. Schoaf when I first met him. I'd been in business for 6 years, and when he asked how I was doing, I admitted, not very well. His response was a swift, simple, and brilliant analysis. I suggest you don't do that anymore. He explained, if you keep doing what you're doing, the next 6 years will be just like the last 6. You don't want that, let's make some changes. That conversation underscored the immense value of learning from your own journey. 2. Leverage other people's experiences. Oh, this is a key reason I wanted to share this message with you today. I call it other people's experiences, OPE. This includes your teachers, your friends, your colleagues, and even casual acquaintances, anyone who can impart their wisdom, their mistakes, their triumphs. Think about it. They can share how they overcame challenges, improved their health, boosted their finances, or transformed their future. There are two distinct types of people you can learn from. Failures. It's a shame failures don't host seminars, because imagine the value. Bringing your notebook and hearing someone detail how they lost everything, their health, their friendships, their fortune, could be incredibly insightful. Successes. Equally vital as learning from those who have achieved great things. If someone is incredibly healthy, ask them, how did you do it? If they are highly skilled, inquire, how did you master that? If they've built significant wealth quickly, ask, how did you get here so fast? Now, when it comes to learning from others, there are three crucial methods. Observation. We learn so much by simply observing successful people. Watch their disciplines in sports, their strategies in business. The very reason I created this video is to offer you a tangible example of someone else's experiences, translated for your benefit. Listening, this is why I have lectures on cassette tapes so you can take them with you. Turn your car into a mobile classroom. Listen to sermons, lectures, or anyone who has something valuable to say. Just listen. Reading. This is perhaps the most vitally important aspect of personal development. Read all the books you possibly can. Mr. Schoaf kickstarted my own library. I have one of the better ones around. While I haven't read every single book in it, I honestly feel smarter just walking among them. At the very least, I was smart enough to acquire them. Now, I just need to be smart enough to read them and then smart enough to discern what's valuable and, crucially, to act on it. Become a good reader. It can truly transform your life. Some books that profoundly impacted me, recommended by Mr. Schoaf, include, of course, the Bible. My parents ensured I was a good scholar by the age of 18, and that foundation has been immensely beneficial. Drawing from those illustrations, reading stories of those who succeeded and those who didn't, and understanding the difference has been invaluable. Other life-changing books include Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and The Richest Man in Babylon by George Clason, which helped me achieve financial independence by age 31. I'll share more about that specific book when we discuss financial independence later today. The power of journaling beyond reading and listening. One of the most significant lessons my teacher taught me was to keep a journal. He emphasized, don't trust your memory. If you hear something good, just jot it down. Initially, I'd scribble notes on scraps of paper, torn corners, or the backs of old envelopes, but that wasn't effective. They'd just get lost in a drawer. Eventually, I learned the immense value of keeping a bound journal of all my notes. I strongly encourage you to do the same. If a poem impresses you, if an idea from a class resonates, if you read something profound in a magazine, capture it. Write it down in your journal. Keep a good journal for the rest of your life. It will serve you incredibly well. My journals make up a significant portion of my own library. If you saw them, you'd know immediately that they belong to a serious student, someone committed to learning and growing. That's why I'm invited to speak and lecture on my experiences worldwide. I want the same for you, to capture valuable insights that you can revisit, review, and let them profoundly enrich your life. Your personal transformation journey. So, that's my first subject, personal development. Commit to working harder on yourself than you do on your job. Develop new skills, absorb lessons, take classes, and truly immerse yourself in all the knowledge available to you. Later, you can refine what's most valuable for your business, your life, and your future. The essential thing is to start this process of personal change and personal development. Let me say it one more time. If you commit to changing yourself, everything else will change for you. You'll never be the same. As you look back over months or years, you won't believe the progress you can make economically, in your relationships with family and friends, in your chosen field, whether it's sports, economics, or anything else. This entire process of committing yourself to personal change and valuing your personal growth can truly make your life unique and extraordinarily worthwhile.